Houston, what's up? This is Mel with this week's podcast of The H Buzz, keeping you informed of what's happening here in the Houston area. And I hope you guys had a wonderful and fabulous, blessed weekend on last week, and that you're having a wonderful week. Yes, it has been a lovely week. I don't know what you've been doing. I've been hanging out over at the River Oaks Country Club for the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championship. I volunteer every year, go over there and hang out, enjoy a little bit of free tennis, and also do a little people watching, which is a lot of fun. A friend of mine, we go and we kind of watch, and it's a really horrible thing that we do. But you know, when people have a lot of money, a lot of times they do things that they really shouldn't. And one of the things that a lot of people seem to do, not just women anymore, but men as well, we find a lot of people have facelifts. And some of them have had more than they should have. And so we kind of watch to see who has had way too many facelifts. We check out who has a good doctor, not a so good doctor. And listen, one of the great things about facelifts is that it can give you a younger look. But women, I'm going to ask you to be realistic. If your arms look like lace, your face should not look like a baby's bottom. Ask the doctor to leave at least 2 or 3 wrinkles on your face. You know, just kind of edge them out a little bit, but leave a few wrinkles so that you look normal. It's really funny. We go and we see these women who have had their faces completely ironed out to the point that they are just as smooth as a 15-year-old chick, and yet the rest of them is... Anyway, but that's what I've done this week. Had a wonderful time, and we've got some things for you this weekend. Even though the weather is a bit rainy, hopefully we can find some things that you can do this weekend in the city of Houston and the surrounding areas that won't require you to get wet. Unfortunately, there are some events that are outside, but maybe there's some things to keep you dry. Of course, the Legally Blonde is still playing over at the Miller Outdoor Theater. So if you didn't get a chance to go over there this morning and get you some tickets, maybe you can check out and see if they have tickets for the later on this evening. You can get tickets and enjoy the covered seating. If not, try for tomorrow and get some covered seating and enjoy it. If you don't mind getting wet and being in the rain or sitting in a lawn chair, then you know what? Hey, maybe you can go out and enjoy it on the lawn on this evening. Some other things that are happening for those of you who love history. The Allies' 70 Years of Victory is happening from this week. It started this week until May the 30th over at the Houston Public Library and the RCC, Art Texas Cavi Art Galleria. Gallery, I should say, not Galleria, but Gallery. The photo exhibit is presented by the Russian Cultural Center, Our Texas. It commemorates the 70th anniversary of E-Day and victory in World War II. So for those of you who enjoy looking at historical art, this may be something you would enjoy. You can check them out online at www.ourtex.org. That's www.ourtex.org. And for those of you who are movie buffs, here is something that may interest you that's happening from April the 10th until the 19th at AMC Studio 30 at Dunval, and that's the World Fest Houston International Film Festival. The 45th Annual World Fest Houston International Film and Video Festival brings a blend of feature films, shorts, screenplays, TV commercials, music videos, and documentaries to viewers throughout the area. And when I was reading some of the information, I noticed that there are some films that are going to be dealing with Texas. And of course, one of them is dealing with a family. The writer is from the city of Houston, and so they're going to be featuring his film as well. It's something about leaves, or the tree with leaves, or something like that. So you can check it out and you can support a local film writer. The Waterway Art Festival is happening today through Sunday at the Woodlands Waterway. The 10th annual festival boasts as the #1 fine arts festival in Texas and #3 in the nation. You can check them out online at www.woodlandsartfestival.com. Actually, it's www.woodlandsartsfestival.com. woodlandsartsfestival.com. So that's woodlandsartsfestival.com. And I did not give you the website for the World Fest film festival that's happening. That is worldfest.org. Worldfest.org. And of course, for the Woodlands Art Festival, once again, that's www.woodlandsartsfestival.com. The Houston Art Car Parade is happening this weekend, Saturday, April the 11th, the Houston Art Car Parade. And for more information on that, you can check them out online at orangeshow.org. And they're going to have a lot of stuff. So it's not just the parade, but there is going to be some exhibits and all those great things that you can check out. The craziest cars that are floating around the city of Houston. You can check that out. So those of you who like wacky stuff, check it out, orangeshow.org. And for those of you who enjoy sports stuff, check out the 2015 Monster Energy AMA Supercross happening on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. at NRG Park. And of course, that's going to be all those motorcycles doing tricks and daredevil stuff and racing. And you have to really enjoy it, I guess, to know what that's going to be all about, all the jumps and the twists and the turns and all of that. But you can go to the nrgpark.com/events page to get information on that, to get ticket information and so forth. That's nrgpark.com/events, and it will take you onto the other pages that you need to find it. It's rather a long website. So anyway, for those of you who would like to take in a play this weekend, and of course, you know, we try to keep everything family friendly here, and I think this is a play that you can make a wonderful date night, ladies' night out, or just something to take the friends out, maybe mother and daughter kind of thing you want to do. It's happening on tomorrow only, Saturday, April the 11th, at Good Hope Missionary Baptist Church, and that play is called A Hard Pill to Swallow, and the doors will open at 6:30 p.m. It's free admission. Unfortunately, I do not have a website for you to check out, or even, let me see, I was going to say I don't even have a phone number, but let's see, I have, I was really hoping that I had a phone number, but I don't even have a phone number on the information that was brought to us. So I don't have a phone number even for you. I do apologize. They did not put that information on their flyer. But that is a free play if you want to check it out over at Good Hope Missionary Baptist Church. It is being presented and written and directed, rather, by Winter Davis. And that's this Saturday only. And for those of you who are into the arts, the performing arts, that is, Swan Lake is being performed at Jones Hall on this Saturday and Sunday, 8 p.m. nightly, by the St. Petersburg State Russian Ballet. And that's a wonderful treat for those of you who believe that the Russians are the best at the art of ballet. You may want to check them out. I believe you can check that out at HoustonSymphony.com website. The Galveston Food and Wine Festival is happening on this weekend, April the 16th. No, actually, that's next weekend. So I'll talk to you about that on next week. I'm moving ahead of myself, but there are some other things that are happening in the Houston area. For those of you who love county fairs, the Montgomery County Fair is happening this weekend in Conroe at 9201 Airport. It's happening Friday through April the 19th. So they're going to have that for 2 weekends, and it's going to be a wonderful time. They've got all kinds of stuff for the kids. They've got a rodeo and livestock show, pet parade, barbecue cook-off, and even Elvis tribute, all that fun stuff. So if you want to check them out, you can check them out online at mcfa.org. That, once again, is mcfa.org. And for those of you who enjoy historical fine arts, we're talking about the artifacts, those really old stuff, like you like things that are like 3,000 years old, you may want to check out China's Lost Civilization that's being presented at the Houston Museum of Natural Science. They have among 120 pieces that are believed to be 3,000-year-old Chinese pieces of work. So it is supposed to be the largest known bronze. They're going to have the largest known bronze human figure ever made there. You can check them out online, hmns.org. That's hmns.org. That's happening now until September the 7th. So you've got a little time to check it out if you don't get to it this weekend. Also, parents, if you're trying to get your children to read more, you want to get them involved in reading books, here is something you can here is something you can get them involved. It is the Texas Book Convention that's happening, the Greater Houston Teen Book Convention at Alief Taylor High School. And I believe that's in Sugar Land. That's going to be happening. They have over 28 authors to appear at this convention. It's going to be happening on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. And you can check them out online at Teen Book Con, that's C-O-N as in convention, .org. Once again, that's teenbookcon.org. And for those of you who enjoy mud bugs, well, Pearland is having their Pearland Crawfish Festival. That's happening at the Pearland Park and Recreation Center on this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, various times. So you can check them out. For those of you who enjoy crawfish festivals, you enjoy Zydeco music, blues music, they're going to have a craft marketplace and children activities, even a reptile show. So you can check them out online at PearlandCrawfishFestival.com. That's PearlandCrawfishFestival.com. And once again, that's happening all this weekend, so you can check that out for those of you who enjoy that kind of stuff. And also happening this weekend down in Galveston, the Grand is hosting their Grand Kids Festival, and they've been doing this for 20 years, so that sounds exciting. They're going to have jugglers, aerial artists, puppet masters, caricature artists, and storytellers. And, of course, there's going to be some music and dancing and all of that great stuff. It's happening on Saturday at 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. So you can check them out at that event. Check them out online at grandskidsfestival.com. grandskidsfestival.com. I believe that's .com and not .org. I don't see. I apologize for that. I don't have that information. Also happening, if you want to take a little road trip, not too far, just up to Chapel Hill, the Bluebonnet Festival is happening this week with more than 250 jewelry exhibitors selling everything from jams to jewelry. And this is the 51st annual festival there in the streets of Chapel Hill. They're going to have all kinds of things like pony rides and petting zoos, miniature train and tours of historical buildings. You can check them out. It's happening this Saturday and Sunday. You can look them up online at chapelhillmuseum.org. Once again, that's chapelhillmuseum.org. And of course, for those of you who do enjoy opera, I came across this. There is an opera event, I should say, at the Moores Opera House. That's the U of H Moores Opera House, and they are doing an opera based upon a Nathaniel Hawthorne's short story. You can check that out. That's going to be happening tonight until Monday. They've got it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That's going to be taking place at the Moores Opera House, or Moores. I'm tongue-tied. Sorry about that. Moores Opera Center. Don't know why I got tongue-tied just now, but anyway, I did. But you can check them out online, uh.edu/class/music/opera. Once again, that's uh.edu/class/music/opera. Only so many times you can say the word / before you can't say it anymore and want to slash yourself. But anyway, those are the events that I have for this weekend happening here in the city of Houston and the Houston area. So if you want, you don't have to stay inside the house this weekend. You can get out and have a lovely time in spite of the weather. If it stays nasty a bit, you can still have fun and enjoy yourself. Hey guys, if you have an event that you'd like for me to talk about here on the HBuzz, you can always drop me an email at thehbuzz@gmail.com. That's thehbuzz@gmail.com. Of course, you can always call us, text us, or give us a call and let us know about your event at 281-748-6293. That's 281-748-6293. And of course, you can always tweet us if you'd like to tweet us the information or tweet us a link to look up. You can do that at the HBuzz. So, wonderful people, hope you will have a wonderful weekend. I need to go drink some water because I'm steadily becoming more and more tongue-tied, and get ready to head over to River Oaks for the evening game that's happening tonight. If the weather holds up, I hope it does.